Hi people, today I would like to be showing you what a Darwinex account is and how you can set this up. Also, the pros and cons with a Darwinex account, okay, and also the pros and cons with a prop account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I've set it up. It will take a bit of money to do this, okay, but trading you can't trade without money anyway. Okay, so this is going to be, as I said to you before, it's going to be an unsugar coated training on the Darwinex account, and I'm going to jump straight into this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to head over to my main account, which I'm just going to go and pull up. This is my Darwinex account here. Now I've been trading this not that long, to be honest. I set up the Darwinex account, I think it was active on the 10th of March. Okay, then you can see that this is running now, and this is basically telling me that congratulations, you have completed your calibration stage. Your Darwin will be created automatically on the 1st of April. Now basically what happens is you have to hit a certain profit margin for them to actually give you money. All right, now one of the beauties with this is that if you've got a good EA bot, or you know of a good EA bot, the beauty of this is that you can control your drawdown. And how you do this is because you pay $38 every single month with the Darwinex Zero. Okay, it gives you the ability. It's not like a prop firm where you have the issues with prop firms, okay, is that you get a 10k account, you're allowed a drawdown of $800. As soon as you get to $801, your account is abolished. Okay, you lose your account. Okay, the Darwinex Zero, all right, is you get to trade on £100,000 account. All right, when you actually set yourself up, and then you can trade how you want to, depending. You can do manual trades, you can use EAs, you can use anything that you want. You can also use MT4 or MT5, and you can set it up. I was running the EA bot with this one, okay, and I'm going to be talking to you about that. And this is just something which I've been doing, and I've been running this very conservatively. Okay, it's a 100k account. I'm only doing 0.01. So really what I should have done is I should have pushed the boat out and probably gone to 0.1, okay, or even 0.2, because it's a 100k account. If I don't go over a certain return in my position, which can be anywhere from 3.5 to 5%, then I'm not going to get an allocation. And what an allocation is that when you've been trading for so long, your risk assessment is actually initialized. Okay, and what happens basically is there is a risk engine that is built within inside the Darwin, okay, the Darwinex Zero that you're trading, because you're trading on a virtual account. And you might think, well, why trade on the virtual account? You're not going to make any money. You do, okay? You can make as much as 20% on your account. Now, again, this is where you get the differences between a prop firm that will give you 80%, okay? And then you get another one, which is Darwinex, which will give you 20%. But the beauty with this is it's fair, okay? I'll give you a few pointers very, very shortly, and this will give you some idea of what we're looking at. Let's go here and see if I can just bring up anything. Okay, so we're just going to let this open. So the Darwinex is an asset manager and multi-asset broker founded in 2012. It owns and regulates entities in the UK and in the EU, providing access to more than 130 million in assets under management. Darwinex backs talented traders who are confident to trade in the markets with their own capital. Some of these traders have already attracted 15 million plus with their strategies. Okay. So it's an incredible journey that you can go on to using the Darwinex account. One of the interesting things about this, and this is something which a lot of people find very strange, is this is a long-term thing. Okay. Normally when you trade, if you scalp, you go in a trade, then you come out of a trade. Okay. This is something that you can build up. And the beauty of this is you will find it hard to break your account. Let's just open up this one. So for you to get an allocation, okay, you need to hit the magic number, which is 75. So the allocation received depends on the rating obtained and positions in the ranking at the end of the month. So you get monitored every single month at the end of the month, okay? And if you fall, I personally need 3.5 to 5% returns on my money to be able to get me to near the 75 mark. Once you get to the 75 mark, what will happen is Darwin's, okay, the Darwinex account will give you £25,000 to trade on. And anything that you make above your 25,000, you get 20% off. So this is where this is really good, as opposed to a prop firm, where we talk about that if they give you 10,000 or 25,000, if you fall below a certain point, you will lose your account. Your account will just disappear. Okay. However, if you get over 25k, okay, and you get over the performed extra, which could be, I don't know, 2,850 that you need to get before they're going to start to give you money. Bear in mind that you've got to go through the evaluation system, which could be 3 months to 5 months for you to be able to do this conservatively. Then you've got to try and keep your account. If you get any explosion on the market and it falls below your drawdown, then you'll lose your account. With Darwinex, there is a magical thing which you can do, which I'm going to talk to you about. And what this is that, say for instance, you're trading with a 25k account, okay? You have a drawdown of say 5%. Well, what you do is, or say 7%, okay? What you do is you stop your account. All you do is you go to your accounts and you pause your trading, or you stop your trading, close your trades, okay? Wait to the following month and then re-establish them either on the 1st or the 2nd of that month. And that gives you another 3 to 4 weeks to be able to correct that drawdown that you've got without losing your account. This is why this is a really cool thing, because when you get to the magic number, okay, which is a minimum rating of 75, this shows that you are a disciplined trader. It also shows that you can work to a certain point of making profit, okay? When you receive that allocation, you then can make profit on that 25,000. So, and also you get that 25,000 for a minimum of 3 months. So once you keep that and you keep your 5% or 7% profit, then what happens is the Darwins again will monitor your account the next month. And if you're say 81, then what it will do is it will say, okay, then we're going to give you 35,000 to trade with. And then instantly you're making 20% on anything that you're making money on with inside the 35,000 that you're using. And this can rocket up depending on how good you are at trading, depending on how disciplined you are, how conservative you are, and how you're trying to keep your profits. And it can go to a staggering $350,000. So it's a very powerful thing. Now, what it will also ask you to do, okay, because I'm using the Zero at the moment, this means that I'm using the virtual account. I'm also running a bot on this system, and I've just basically left it. It's conservative. I'm going to show you it anyway, okay? It's not one that you would easily be able to get access to, although you can get hold of it, but it is not a cheap bot, okay? But what we're going to do anyway is I'm going to just bring this down. I'm going to bring this one down. We're just going to have a look at this. This is the Darwin Silver. So with the participation requirements to participate in a Darwin IA Silver, you have to fulfill 3 conditions. Have a Darwin created. So this is what I'm going through now. This is my Darwin that's been created here. Okay. And you'll see that this is my strategy. So this is my correlation, my return risk, etc. I've made profit on this, okay, using AUD USD. My range return is 0.02%, so it's very, very low. I really need it between 3 to 5%. However, right, I've kept it low deliberately because there is a risk engine algorithm that checks to see how you trade, and if you trade to a point where you're erratic, then it's going to give you a less chance of allowing you to have the actual allocation to have more money, right? So if you're risk averse, then it means that the allocation then is going to be more prominent, because what will happen is the actual risk engine is going to basically turn around, or because it's basically an algorithm which checks to see how you're trading. Of course, I'm not trading, I'm using a bot to trade, okay, which is a proven bot which makes money every single month, and I make money with this bot as well, which I'm using, which I will be disclosing, but it is a very expensive bot to get hold of. Not really when you think of what you can do with it and how much money you can make over the year to get it back. It's whether you want to go down that road. That's just something you would have to look into. However, the problem with the EA bot with the Darwinex Zero is it works better on higher spreads. So for argument's sake, it should be at 1 into 500, okay? The Darwinex Zero runs on 1 to 33. So this means that the spread is very low. And this is what also changes when you're trading with Darwinex Zero as well, because the risk management system will adjust the spreads accordingly to the way that you trade. So this is one of the reasons why I've kept it at 0.01. I've just put this on, okay, because it cost me $38 a month for me to be able to use this, okay, and what we'll do is I'm going to show you the account now. So if we go to here, click on here, this is the Darwinex account, okay. This one is a MT, I forgot what it is now. This is the MT5, okay, so this is my MT5 account, and you'll see that this one is my actual IC markets. Hang on, let's go back here. Here we go. This one is a Darwinex account. So if I move this across, you won't see this because I cover this up, but at the top it will say Darwinex Live, and this is a live account, okay. And this is the actual money that they give you when you first start. You'll also see that the account balance is 100,093, and the account equity is 100,060. Okay, and you'll also see that if I just bring this over, put this to the page, you'll see that we're in a drawdown of $32.70. Now, I have played around with these settings with inside this bot, okay, and I basically trade very conservatively with this, and I just let it make money. I try and keep this down as low as possible, because this was one of the systems that I was using on a prop firm, and oddly enough, you always found that when you started to just profit with the prop firm, your prop firm would go into a drawdown and you would end up losing your prop firm, okay, which was weird, okay. I don't have to worry about that with the Darwinex account, okay, because this thing is just shuttling along. You can see that the total profit running, it is in a drawdown of $32.16. I'm not worried about that, because I know, and I have full confidence in this bot, that this bot will turn it around, even if it's running on 133, okay, with a spread instead of a 1 to 500 spread, I still got confidence in this bot, and that's why I've kept it super low. All right, this one's a real account. This is my IC Markets. This is my real money inside this account. I put £500 into this account. It's now at £548. This was created, this account, I don't think it's that old, to be honest with you. I created this account, and then you'll see that all of these are, everything in blue, okay, is a profit. So you'll see that I started with £500, okay, in this account. I paid by PayPal, you can see this. And this went in on the, is that the 16th of the 3rd? Yeah, so this is the 16th of March 2024. Okay, this is when I set this up. So this is 4 days old, this account. And this is made me already $48. Okay, now loads and loads of people will say, oh God, it's only $48. Well, is it worth doing it? Well, of course it is, because if you compound your money with inside this system, then you will find it will start to grow exponentially. Okay, and this is something that a lot of people don't realize, is compounding is key into creating a survival on your account, because you're creating, where I'm at $48, this means I've got $48 extra, okay, if it goes into a drawdown. However, this isn't a prop firm, this is my real money. So as long as, you know, this doesn't fall down to less than $548 or $495, then this account ain't going to get blown up. What is always advisable is to make sure that you've got the odd £250 that you can transfer across if you ever come to that situation, because markets can be ruthless. All right, you could be trading on a market and then the next thing your account's just been blown out because of a war or an outbreak of a COVID, okay, or you know, the oil has just gone up, or there's been a major catastrophe, and all the steel goes up, and then you find that it has a rocky effect with inside what you're trading. That's why I always try to keep a certain trading symbols. One of my trading symbols that I use is NZD USD, okay, and it's quite a good trade. I've made lots of money using that with my MT4 and my other indicators and bots and EAs, which you will get to see if you already have my signals, okay, and I also show you how you can set them up as well, and I give you the set file that I use, which will actually get you up and running with that. But bear in mind that the market could change within inside a month from last month, okay, so this is something you really must remember. Always make sure that you do your testing, okay, you do a back test, you run it on a demo account, and make sure that it's profitable before you move it into a live account. So that's all I wanted to show you on that side. This is the Darwinex account anyway, which I've shown you, which is right here, and you'll see that this is the balance. We go to the history, and you'll see that with this bot, even though this is at 1.33 spread, it is still making profit. Okay, I know it's into a drawdown at the moment. Well, it's not actually showing, it's in a profit of £98.35, right? So this is showing you, and this was created, okay, on the 13th of March. So it is now the 28th, so this is 15 days old, all right? What I tend to do is I tend to keep the risk averse as low as possible. That's why I wanted to do this. I also wanted to show you the Darwinex and what it can do as well. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to come over here. You'll see that this is a Darwinex account. You see that a lot of this I can't activate at the moment because I'm still going through the process. But what I will show you is I'll show you how easy it is to set the account up. It's very, very simple how I set the account up. Okay, so I'm going to show you the wonderful world of Cloudzy. This is my my cloud account. This is what I use. Okay, this is what I use to actually this is my VPS, my virtual proxy server. Now, it was set up with Las Vegas. Okay, now one of the problems is that some of the prop firms don't like it because it was in America, and I was getting a few issues with it, and this is why I think it blew up some of my accounts. What I like about the Windex, okay, it is or I should, it's not Windex, it's the Darwinex, okay, Zero, is that you don't have that hassle. So, you know, all right, I know you've got to pay $38 every single month, but how much have you been paying on your prop firms to pass when you could be just running this system with a good bot, okay, a good EA or a good strategy that you could be using? And this is where you could be trading, you know, the Asian market and the US market in gold, where you know that it's going to go up and then it's going to come down, or it's going to come down and it's going to go up, and you can get into the market that way, and then you can actually do this. You could also have a copy trading system, or you could actually get access to a copy trading system, or you could use signals that already come in, which are going to be profitable. You'll see anyway that this is a Luxembourg account. Okay, it's got 2 gigabyte of room, and this is running with 2 CPUs. Okay, it's running on Windows Server 212. My IP I should really block out, but you don't know my password, so I should be fine. You also see that I've got $63.51. This is my top up. Okay, so what I can do is, if I click on this, if I want to top up my $60, I can put another $10, $20, $60, $150, or even $300. You can even pay by USDT and crypto, which is quite handy, because you can actually keep it off the traditional ways of paying. You can also pay by PayPal, and you can also pay by credit and debit cards. Okay, and then basically it works out roughly anywhere from $6 to $12 a month for me to have this account operational, and it's just fantastic, because if I get a problem with this, okay, say for instance I get a problem with this server and it starts to play up, then all I need to do basically is I go into my actual server itself. Okay, I'll show you how you do that. We go there, start, and we go into the PC Windows, we go into here, and all I do is I grab the IC market file, which is this one here, which has got all my bits and bobs in, and I just copy this into my hard drive, and that's everything that I require. Okay. The other thing which you can do, which is really, really important, and you're going to love me to tell you this, is that if you're running, say for instance, you're running this Darwinex bot right here, and you've got trades open, which we know we've got trades open, okay, and we've got some that are coming into profit as we speak. If you right mouse click, go to let's do it again, click on the hat, right mouse click, properties, all right, and then click on save. If you save this set file and you don't change the magic number, when you actually paste the set file in and you put it onto another MT5 account, okay, and you set it up on a different server, you will still maintain those trades that are built with inside that system. So you're not going to lose those trades. Okay, now a lot of people change the magic number and they find then that the trades have disappeared. So if I put Darren's backup like that, that'll do, save, click OK, and then I've created a backup of my AUD USD file. Okay, and then basically what will happen is, if I wanted to move, say for instance I wanted to move my Darwinex account, and then I wanted to set up another Darwinex account on another server, right, and you can actually maintain your trades that are already here, so you're not going to actually end up losing. However, you're still going to have the drawdown until they come profitable, but you're not going to end up losing that system. Okay, so this is something to bear in mind, because that will catch you out, and you will find that what will happen is you'll set up your account, you put your account number in, you'll put in your password, you'll set it all up, and you think, oh, that's funny, my trades are gone. Oh, that's funny, where I was making profit of X amount, I'm now only at 10,060, because that's what it would do. It will actually reset at the equity, okay, not at the balance that you've got, because the equity is what loss you are already incurring, which is the drawdown with inside your account. If you use the same magic number that these are using, that's why you should always make sure you've got your own unique numbers and you write them down or save them, and then you will always be able to keep your trades. That's providing that you're in a system where they allow you to have the trades opened at the weekend, which Darwinex do. Okay, they do allow you to have that. Okay, so you've seen how we set up the VPS server. Okay, so basically once you've got your VPS server, it gives me a IP code. Okay, so what I basically do is I go here, I click on my remote desktop connection. This is then going to open up my remote server. First thing you want to do is you want to head over to start, or you may even have this screen like so. So you just want to click on here, okay, open this up, type in Darwinex, so you know where your file is, and then what you would do is you'd close the VPS down, you'd go back to your Darwinex, you go over here, all right, this is your web terminal. So if you click on the web terminal, it's going to open up this page here like so. It's also going to show you welcome to MetaTrader 5, and it's going to ask you to accept the terms and conditions, and then it's now going to tell you what account you want to connect to. So this is going to allow me to connect to the account with inside the Darwinex, which I don't want to do. Okay, so I'm going to come out of that and I'm going to go back to my silver, and you'll see that here this is where people are actually making money. Look at this, the rating is 97.21, and this guy has got an allocation of 375,000, right? And so these people are making money, right? This one here is, and you can see that these are all the ratings which you can see. So when people say you can't make money with Darwinex, don't listen to them, because you can. Okay, it's just it's a system that takes you time to actually get the system running. That's what it does. What you'll find is your MT5 will be sent to you by your email address that you put in. So how this would work is if I type in Darwinex and click enter, and if I look here, when I joined, thank you for your payment, your trading account is open. So this is basically proof that I brought this. Now what happens with this, okay, is you get invoiced for your 38. There's a setup system which you have to pay. I think it's normally it's $95, and this is your setup payment. Okay, so you'll see here that this is $75. This is because where I bought this off someone else, okay, they gave me $20 off. So I will have a link below inside my YouTube channel. Okay, if you click on this, this is going to give you a little bit of a discount, so you don't have to pay the full whack. And this is just my basically showing you that I joined the Darwin Zero. So if we go back, if we go, this one here is saying it's a trading account which is open. Okay, so let's open this, and this shows you my master password, which clearly I don't want you to see, so you'll see that this has gone blank. But what's interesting about this is that it gives you everything that you require. It says your trading account is open, you can now start trading, enjoy the features of Darwin Zero. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on MT5 Windows. This is going to download this onto my computer. That's where you hear that noise. And now I'll be able to copy into the download, okay, and you'll see this is Darwinex 5 setup. So we're going to right mouse click. We're going to copy the Darwinex setup, and then we're going to go back to the VPS. We're going to go back to the Darwinex, and then we're going to right mouse click, and we're going to paste that in. Now what you basically do, okay, is you literally just double click on this, and then it will give you a little bit of an agreement system, but don't worry too much about that. I mean, I've done hundreds of these and really not had any problem. You want to make sure you click on the settings, and you want to make sure that you put in your account number. Now the reason for this is you might have 4 Darwinex accounts. You might have a Darwinex account of MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5, and when you actually go to try and find it, it's going to be complicated because you think, hang on a minute, I can't find it, right? But if you put the number of your account, so if we go back to my email, you'll see that my number, well, you won't see because this is going to be blank, but you'll see that I'm going to copy this number. This is my own account, all right? And then I'm going to go back to my VPS, and I'm going to forward space, paste that in like so, forward space, paste that in like so, okay? And then I'd hit next. Now I'm not going to do that obviously because I'm running another account. I don't want to upset my trading, what it's doing already. But I want you to be aware that this is what you need to do. Once you've done that, okay, then it's pretty straightforward. Yes. Once you've done that, all you do is it will open up this page, okay? It would open up this page like so. So you'll have a nice blank page. And then you've got to think to yourself, okay, then what am I going to trade with, right? Well, you might think, okay, let's use AUD CAD, okay? Let's right mouse click. Let's change the grid. Let's change the color like so. Okay, so we got that. And we're going to click OK. Okay, so AUD CAD is quite a good good one to use anyway with the bot that I'm using. All will be disclosed at some point with inside my training programs, okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use the EX45 on this account as well, all right? Just for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to, actually I'm just going to drag across like so. And then I'm going to load up my file. Now I'm not going to use the same file with the same magic number, otherwise I'm going to have two trades which are going to be clashing, if you like. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a different work file. I'm going to use this one, Darren's EX45, okay? And I'm going to click on this, open, and then I'm going to change the magic number because I don't want anything to be attached to this, okay? So I'm going to change this number, and you need to make sure you just put any 8-digit number with inside this system. You see I've put 9, so there's 8-digit number there, and you'll see that this is all set up, okay? And I'm literally just going to hit OK. And what this will do, okay, is the X45 will monitor this and look at this. It will say, okay, right, I've got an account balance of X amount of money. I've also the account equity of X amount of money. And it will instantly trade with a buy and a sell, okay? That's what it does. This is this bot that works exceptionally well. And it's working at 0.02, okay, of a volume with inside this system. So you see here is we've got AUD CAD and AUD CAD, so this is up and running, right? And I'm just going to ignore this, but this is just a demonstration, even though I'm actually going to be leaving this running, all right? And you know, you may see that nearer down the line we'll see this in action, and you'll be able to see whether or not this is something that you want to jump into, as quite a few people I know have and are benefiting from this exponentially, okay, because this works really, really well. So that's basically what you do with this system. You want to make sure it's set on a 15-minute window, okay. You'll see that these are all set on a 15-minute window, and of course what this may do is this may help my Darwin, all right, because at the moment my Darwin is being monitored. You can see that I'm only at 0.02. So what I'm going to do now is going to push the boat just a little bit to try and get my thing, because I was at 1%, and I just want to make sure that I try and bring that up. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to Darwinex Zero, and you'll see that in a minute this is just going to register me. It's going to see who I am, etc. And now you'll see that return since inception, which is 0.95%, my maximum drawdown, which is at 0.07%, okay, and you'll see that it has already worked out what profits I've made and everything else. Also, this is the drawdown, which is right here, although it's recovered quite well, because, you know, and you can see how the system is working. Where I've set that other one up, this is going to, if you like, aid it, and it's going to help it. And if we go to Darwin IA, if we scroll down, you'll see that this basically just shows you allocations. So of course I'm not going to have an allocation. I'm not even going to have a position yet because I'm not set up yet, okay, but it gives me an idea of what I've got to look forward to, because I'm in this for the long-term game. I've set this up now, and I'm going to be running this pretty much. It's one of the things which I really wanted to do for quite a long time. I've heard a lot about the Darwinex. A lot of other people have said that it's a good system to get into, especially if you want to be a pro trader. And you can see that my timer, which is going to start again, let's just move this over here, and I see I've got 6 days, 23 hours and 17 minutes until my Darwin will be created. And what this will do is this will basically tell me if I've got an allocation or not, which I know I haven't, because I need to have between 3.5 to 5% for this to work. So just a few things to bear in mind, okay, before we come to a close to this. I've showed you how to set the system up. I've showed you, you know, so you've got an idea of what you're doing. Your rating, you need to get a 75 rating for you to get a minimum of £25,000 allocation slot, which you get for 3 months to trade on. Anything that you make above your 25k, or anything that you make with inside your system, okay, you get 20% off. You really want to look at this as a long-term thing, because this isn't just a quick buck. This is something that you can build up, and you can actually create this as a pension system. If you go for the Darwinex Classic, this is where you can actually set the account out with just $1,000. That's 1k. This is where you can open an account. The beauty of doing this is that you don't have to pay $38 because you're using your own money. So you just treat it as a normal trading account, and you can do this quite well. So there is no monthly cost because you're using your own money. The reason why you pay a monthly cost with inside the Darwinex Zero is because you are using the virtual system with the risk engine, which is actually monitoring and assessing your skills and capabilities as a trader, okay? And that's how this system works. A very complex system, and the reason why that's in place is because there are real investors that are actually watching to actually give allocations of real money for you to trade with their money, okay? But you have to get over the magic number of 75, and you also have to make sure that your actual return is between 3.5 and 5% conservatively, okay? It could be probably less, a little bit, might be a little bit less than that, but if you base yourself on that, then that's going to give you a rough idea. Okay, so hopefully it's entirely up to you if you want to go ahead with this system. This is a great little system. I love it, right? I can't wait to get involved with this. I also like the way that it sends you loads and loads of videos to help you. It gives you lots and lots of webinars which actually tell you what is going to happen, what you have to do next to make sure that you can get within inside the allocation system. There's a payment system. If we go to the payment system, if we go to earnings, I'm not going to have any earnings clearly, but you can see that you can actually set up the payment system. Okay, you need to do your identity verification, so you need to do your KYC. This is something which is perfectly normal. If you, as you should know, this is to calculate for your estimated performance fees. So this is basically what you would move up and down. Okay, and it will show you hypothetically what your quote would need to be for you to pass. Of course, there's no information at the moment because I'm still going through the process of getting my Darwinex, okay, and the Darwin, if you like, which is this one here, which I've shown you. If we go back to my Darwin, you'll see that it's being created as we speak. All right, and so we just let it just feed in the information, and then very shortly it will show you that my Darwin is already being countdown. It's already been created within 6 days, and this, your Darwin is reinstated or redone, if you like, of the 1st of every single month. So this is the April the 1st that this will be reinstated. So the next one will be in May, and of course you've been trading all that month. If you find that you have a bad drawdown, you think to yourself, whoa, hang on a minute, I'm going to lose my account. You're not. All you need to do is stop your trade. And simply to do that, you would just go over here, okay? And you could, there's 2 things you could do here, right? You could click close all and just close all the accounts. And bear in mind that you are going to have a loss, okay? So we're going to have a $29 loss if we decided to do that at the moment. Although we're still in profit. Okay, so if we go to our exposure history, we're still in profit. So losing 30 just means that we've just made $61 initially through the whole of the process. We're not in a drawdown as such because we're already making profit, but we need to improve the profit for us to be able to get an allocation, and that is key. Because once you get your allocation, and you know you've got a system that's making you between 3.5 and 5% every single month, that's when it will start to grow. Because then when you've got a 25k account, it's then going to move to a 35k account, and then so forth. Okay, and what it will do is, if you were running for 3 months, okay, and you fell below the drawdown, you would have 3 months of 25k, then you would lose your account, and then, but you don't, I need to re-say that. You don't lose your account, okay? You would lose your allocation. You'd still be able to trade and carry on using your account until you get up to a point of your percentage. Then the next month will come in, which will be the 1st. It will reallocate and relocate and create another allocation. And if you're over the 3.5% to the 5%, then it's going to allow you to have a minimum of 25,000 to trade on, and you will get that again returned to you for another 3 months. The beauty with this is where you pay your $38 every single month, this allows your account to keep running, right? So this is almost a system where you're paying into a membership to keep your account running even if you fall into a drawdown. So if you do fall into a major drawdown, stop trading, right? Wait till the next month, and then it gives you another 3 weeks to start trading again, to bring up so your drawdown then is going to be less, and then you just carry on. And that's the beauty of having a Darwinex Zero account and not having a prop account, because prop accounts, they're just barbaric. You know, you just keep losing. I mean, I've had so many of them. I'd rather be paying £38 a month to keep this account running and to allow me to have a chance of having an allocation of 25k for 3 months. That's it. That's all I wanted to talk to you guys about. Okay, so that's just giving you a rough idea about the Darwinex account. Hopefully, I've explained or given you some information which is going to be helpful for you. There's going to bound to be questions on that because, you know, it's quite a complex system. All right. Just seeing if there's anything else which I can just show. So basically, the final standing in Darwin and Silver is based on the propriety rating of the algorithm, which is calculated based on 3 variables. Okay, the current calendar month, the cumulative 5-month calendar return prior to current calendar month, and the maximum drawdown across the current month and the preceding 5 calendar months. The minimum rating necessary to receive allocation is 75. So by obtaining a rating of 75 or higher at the end of the month, your allocation is guaranteed. So providing you can get 75, you will then get a guaranteed 25,000 to trade on. You can check how well you're doing compared to other Darwins in Darwin IA Silver in the ratings tab. Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to go on any more about it because you've probably blown your mind a little bit by all that. So all the very best. I hope you get as much enjoyment and enthusiasm with this as I do, and look out for my next videos. Cheers. Bye now.